Welcome back. In this chapter, we'll be talking about how we're going to create this handle, and then how we're going to create this kind of coin slot deal here. So let's just get back to the model. We have our reference. See, our reference has this handle here, and actually we can just go ahead and borrow both this. You can borrow this coin slot and the handle from our reference. So I'm going to just duplicate that out. With my element select, I'm going to select these two, and I will. So now we just have the handle and the coin deal here. So if we look at the handle, we see it's pretty boxy. We do notice that the corners are pretty worn down. So it looks like we can do a simple bevel here, and this will really get us pretty close to what we need. So I think if we were to add some support loops, that might be enough to kind of get us where we want to go. So I'm gonna turn on my wireframe. Oops. Okay, so bring my selection. I'm gonna put in connect it 2 times. Put inside in there. And let's go ahead and take a look at what this turbo smooth looked like. Okay, so we see we have this really weird looking deal there. So I do think that we can add some more loops. Let's go ahead and add them on either side. And maybe just won't hurt to have some on either side there too. Okay. So this, not quite what we're going for. So I'm going to, undo those. And what I want to do here is I'm just going to, I want just to select these 2 edges, and then this edge here. Oops. This edge on either side there, and then right under here I'll select those edges as well. What I'll do here is I'm just going to chamfer this. Let's see what we get here. Okay, that looks a lot more in line with what kind of we're going for here. Maybe the 2 seems to be the best. Okay. Yep, and I think this is pretty similar to what we wanted compared to our reference here. Okay, so now we can go on to this coin slot. Again, you see it's pretty smooth around here. It looks like it, has, we have the slot here that pokes out, and this wraps around and kind of just is almost embedded into the machine. And you have this little half dome and a slot there for the coin return. So I'm going to start off this one with just a simple turbo smooth, and let's see how that looks with okay. I'm gonna put one more division in there. Okay, that looks nice, and in fact it actually looks like maybe we might want to have these edges be a little softer, so let's go ahead and bring. Oops, sorry. So I'm doing is I'm just making these a little bit larger of a space between here, so we can, when we round it, it has kind of a wider bevel. Okay. So yeah. Oh yeah, it looks pretty good. And in fact, we want to make it a little more. Push out the hair more to see how this looks. Okay. I think this will accomplish what we're going for. So I'm going to just select this, convert this to poly, and actually we do need to detach these two elements. So I'm going to take this element, detach it. Let's call this coin box. Okay. So let's keep working on this coin box deal. This looks like it might be simple. We can create that using making a simple box. So maybe something nice and subtle. Actually, we can make that larger and then scale it down once we get. Okay, so now I know that we need to, first we'll need to kind of make these edges, or the top and bottom edge. So if we were to smooth it now, what would happen is it would be very round. So we just make sure to put some divisions here, some break it up so that way it can be a little bit sharper. So now, if we were to turbo smooth it, we can get rid of the front and the back. Let's see how this looks. Okay, that looks pretty good, but I think we can make it look even a little better yet. So let's try this. Okay. I think this seems to be more in line with what I wanted. Now I'm going to select this whole ring. I'm just going to add a shell modifier to this. Let's bring it in a bit. No, I think I'd rather go out. There you go. I like that better anyway. So, okay, so now we have that created. I'm going to put a loop inside here, just connect it one time. Then what I want to do is just delete these polygons. I can delete this back one, so you won't be seeing those anyways. What I want to do here is I want to make sure that this is holding shift. I'm just going to connect all these, so that way we have our kind of our black area. Now I want to select these two edges, and then I want to just chamfer those slightly to give to kind of give this a nice round look. So I do want to do a number of chamfers. Yeah, it looks pretty soft, so this might be able to do it. And then we do our turbo smooth here. I'm actually gonna grab all these real quick, and I'll do the turbo smooth. so I think that this might be a little bit shorter than I wanted. There you go. So I'm going to just convert this down, and then from here I'll bring all these in to like that. Okay, so now now that I have that created out, I can just position this. We'll call this coin slot, and actually this will later on be just attached to the mesh. So I'm gonna make it a little smaller. Just kind of, so what I'm doing here is just trying to finesse it where I believe will be best. Will be best for this model. So okay, and that, I think this looks pretty good. Make sure to push this in. I'm gonna just make this our blue to show that it is completed. So there, now we have that coin slot. Now we need to do the coin return. But before we do that, I'm going to select our coin box. I'm going to attach this coin slot on there. Okay. Let's see. I need to also see where. Okay. So these need to be attached to the cooler. So I'll just touch my cooler, attach that. Okay. So now we will be making this deal down here. If you notice that this actually resembles this shape here, so what we're going to do, we're going to start off by going back to our element selection. We're just going to copy this, and we want this to be a little bit shorter, maybe a little bit fatter. And I want to keep the same, so I want to keep the same kind of curvature there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to, I'm going to first detach this so we can work on its own. So I'm going to select all these polygons and I'm just going to move them over like so. And we can also, oh, I think it actually looks pretty good like that. Okay. So I'm just going to move all these up, kind of closer together so we aren't losing that same shape that we had, that we liked. So we still have the same round corners, but now it's just a overall different shape. Okay, so now I can attach that back to it. Okay. Now we need to make that kind of half dome return there. So this would be, I think this would be best. Let's go and start off with the box. And then what I want to do is, let's just make this box perfectly squared. I want to start off by doing turbo smooth. And the reason I do it this way is because then we won't get that pinching at the top and bottom like we do with the sphere. Okay. Okay, so we're going to convert that to L poly. What I'm going to do here is select all of these because we won't be needing those as well. And then I'm going to do the same we won't be needing these top ones. Okay. So now, what we can do next is I'm going to go and smooth it out again a little bit more. Okay. And then I apply my Evo Poly. I'm going to give it a little lip right here. Let me see. So it looks like it has a lip right there. In fact, it looks like that lip might be a little bit lower. So let me remove that and put that a little lower. Okay. So now I'm going to extrude this by local normals, and then, okay, I think that's pretty good. I'm going to now delete these two faces and select. Okay, I just want to make sure these are squared. So now I have roughly the shape I want, and I just want to now make sure that all of our corners are going to be nice and sharp. Okay, so let's do something like, maybe something like that. I'll see how this looks with the turbo smooth on it. We'll turn off our. Yeah, it looks pretty accurate to what we're going for. So I'm going to just position this into place, size it down to the proper size, and so. We know we want it right about there. Let's make sure it's nice and centered. Okay. And it is pushed into the blue as we like. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now we have our coin return box ready to go. Before I do that, I want to make sure. Let's go make this just this pink color. Make sure it's not. Oops. I'll detach this real quick. A different color so I can see if it's okay. And it actually looks like we might be having a little bit of an issue. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna clean it up real quick. And grow that one more time. Delete that out. And now I'll just select this and bring it in like so. Okay. So what I'll do here is I want to just make sure to attach these pieces to our coin box. And there you go. So now what we have here is we have our the handle. We did this video, the handle. We have the coin box with the coin turn and the coin slot. So that's all modeled out, and I actually am just now noticing it here. I need to correct. So if you ever notice something incorrectly, it's always a good idea to go back through and just correct that out. Okay, so I just noticed that was it's looking a little wonky. Okay. Yep, so here we have our coin box completed. So this next video, I'm just kind of glancing at what's next. I think this next video we will create these kind of slots here on either side, and then maybe we'll go ahead and just do the panels, or start working on the panels. Might need to break the panels up into two sections though. So that'll be our next video.